Okay, so episode 2 down, and I fell asleep halfway through. It's so boring. It's not interesting. There's no oomph. She doesn't have the personality to, fly off the screen and make you feel like you want to keep watching. It's very dull, and that's because her and Mindy Calling were drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning. So, as you can see, you saw right there that she's in the garden now. The staunch feminist is in the garden. And she picks some berries and she gives them to the production team. She doesn't wash them, she doesn't clean them in any way whatsoever. She gives them to the people right off the vine, and they're supposed to eat them. Now, I can understand if you were in the forest and you're trapped because you can't get out of the forest and you need to find something to eat. But Jesus, Meghan, we're in a civilized society. Would you wash the fruit before you give it to your production team? So now she's making some type of frittata for Mindy Calling, right? And then, as you can see right there, the director, she's so mean, Meghan Markle is. The director says, I like that you're not only preparing stuff for Mindy, I'm involved. And then she responds to him with that face. Look at her face. Hostessing doesn't stop at one person. It's the spirit of it. Dude, when she said that, I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you such a jerk, bro? God. So then she gets this electronic mixer for the eggs, and she literally looks like she has no idea what she's doing. And you can see it right here. You see that? Look. She doesn't know that you're supposed to put the electronic mixer at the bottom of the bowl so that way the damn thing doesn't splash everywhere. She doesn't know because she doesn't know what she's doing because she doesn't actually cook. It's all a lie. This is all a fraud. It's all fake. Everything is fake. Okay. So then she starts talking about cooking bacon. The vegan, Meghan Markle, the vegan is cooking bacon. And she starts talking about how when she gets it, that her husband, and she doesn't say Harry. I don't know what that's about. She keeps on saying my husband. She doesn't say Harry. And I'm guessing that's to keep away from the fact that it's Prince Harry. That's what I think. And then she goes right here. This is some type of lame ass mom joke from, the old days. My bacon brings all the boys to the yard and the crowd goes mild. Just, she's not funny. She's not funny. She's not interesting. This is really just a rich housewife that has nothing to do, trying to do a project, spending $5 million of her husband's money. That's what this is. So then she goes there, and this is the funniest part about this. Oh, let's bring our veggies. Which ones, Meghan? You didn't tell us. I mean, do I have to look at the damn board and see that that's zucchini and onions or whatever the hell that's they're supposed to be? We don't actually know. I don't actually know what she's cooking. And then she talks about these tomatoes. Same thing. She says, oh, we're going to put them in the oven. How long do you put them in the oven? What temperature? She doesn't tell us. And it's not until this right here, she says, oh, I want this mint. Oh, wait, what is it? It's the easiest things you can do to elevate meals, which is the tomatoes. And then that green stuff that she's putting in the frittata, she says, I don't want it to overcook, so I put it in at the end. You can see it right there as it says, at the end, right? But then the thing is, it's not at the end. It's actually at the beginning because you're barely going to cook it. So it's going to go into the oven with everything. See, I don't think she knows what she's doing. And I mean that. So then she says, I take a lot of pride in making breakfast for my family. Sure. The person that wakes up at 11 o'clock in the morning. Mornings are fast because she has to go take them to school. Again, now she's claiming that they go to school again. So I think that's why I'm comfortable with this pace. And there's the bacon for the vegan. And then she makes this parfait. You can see that there. And Mindy's coming. And this is something I want you to pay attention to this. She says, I'm excited that Mindy is coming. We're sort of email pen pals. Is that how you describe your friend? I didn't know that that's how you describe a friend. That's weird. So then with the fake hug, as you can see, fake hug. And then there's that disgusting frittata. The bacon, dry as crap. The frittata, the egg frittata, dry. It just all looks dry. The tomatoes are completely shriveled. You would think they're supposed to be roasted, not cooked to a crisp. The tomatoes are. So here we go with this parfait, and what's her name is all, Mindy Calling is all, wow, it's amazing because a little parfait with some cream and jelly. And then she says, what is this at the bottom? The preserves, the handmade preserves. And Megan's like, oh yeah, I have new flavors for you. But then you go back and you look, and this is just a jar. Then they took the label off. So did you make that preserve or did you buy it? And you just took the label off, Megan. Busted. So then she says, yeah, I have new flavors for you to try, raspberry and peach. And when I receive, and then they're talking about the jam from America Riviera Orchard. She says, when I got your box in the mail of your preserves, like it was like one of the most glamorous moments of my life. Okay, yeah, I'm so sure. And then Megan with the stupid faces, I swear. So then she says that she looked at the label and the label said 50. And she said, I'm a very hierarchical person. So then Megan was like, oh, well, where's the other 50? Or Mindy says, where's the other 50? And so she was going on Instagram trying to find it. But the thing was, when you went on Instagram, there was only 10 people that received the jam, not 50. Mindy and Megan. There wasn't 50 people. So, okay, fine. So then Mindy asks her, what did you mean to do that, to go up to 50? And she's like, oh, no, oh, my God, I didn't even think about that. No, I didn't even think about that. And she's like, so I was ranked. There was a ranking system, just a random. And Megan's like, well, it was not a ranking system. Let me share them. Like, it's just, it's boring. It's boring is what it is. I was not ranking. Just let me share them. And then people started to take it very personally. I doubt that. Yeah, they took it personally because you sent it to them and you made them subject to your little, I don't know, experiment on Instagram. People like me, I went straight up to Instagram looking to see, and then there's her fake acting again, zooming in to see what numbers they have. There was only 10 people that had them. So I don't know what you're talking about. She says, I did save 1 of 50 for my mom, and then there's the disgusting frittata, and then they're eating it, and she's trying to pretend like it's not gross. You can literally see it on her face. She's like, ugh. And then Mindy, oh my God. So then Mindy is trying to tell a story about how she doesn't know if egg is cooked correctly with salt, right? Because he doesn't want to make it too salty. And then while she's telling the story, I don't know if it's too salty or not enough. And then look at her face. Look at Megan's face. Look at her face. She's trying to tell you a story and you're just going, nah. What a jerk, man. So then she says she seasoned it perfectly. No, she didn't. Why have family? There it is right there. A husband. She didn't say Harry. Meghan Markle has not said Harry this entire time. And no matter, and then this story right here proves that Harry doesn't like her cooking. She says, no matter what meal I put in front of him, he wants to put salt on it. Because your cooking sucks, Meghan. That's why. Probably wants MSG. I've been knowing your husband, and then she says, I love knowing your husband likes it salty. And then Meghan makes a stupid face, and then they start drinking, and this happened, and they continue drinking throughout the rest of the entire episode. And this is the most hilarious thing. And she even says, I think this is the earliest that I've had alcohol in a long time. So these women are getting drunk at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. This is hilarious. And then Meghan says, well, welcome to Montecito. Yeah, Meghan, you admitted that you drink all day. And there it is right there. There's the mimosas. And I knew it. This woman doesn't have a job. She has so much time on her hands. She's not doing anything. And what does she do? She drinks all day. So then this goes into some balloon arch, right? Now pay attention to this part. There's a balloon arch and she says, we're just practicing for a kid's party. And then this is supposed to be Archie's party. And she's saying, you see that little arch right there? That's supposed to be what it is, right? But then when you go to the actual party from the birthday in 2020, if this is a real child, there's no arch. You see the balloons there at the top of that? There's no arch. So she claims she was making that arch right there, but then when you go to the actual picture, there's no arch. So what the hell are you doing? Lying, Meghan. And now she goes to start in this stupid whatever arch thing, and then she kind of has an attitude with the director. She says, now there's a tree that comes in the archway. So when you see that when you see that I didn't make it, don't think I missed the spot. And she does like a face at him. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Why? I don't know what her deal is. You know what I think it is? I think it might be something like her temper is right underneath, where she's really mean, but she has that facade, that fake shit. And I think this woman is very temperamental. I do. So then I also appreciate that you can just stay. You did it for your kids. No, you didn't. And then she goes, and then she starts talking about her clothes. Mindy Kaling does. Where's the coat from? Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your coat, your clothes. And then so there it is right there. And then, it's already sold out. You see how it says right there? It's already sold out. So this is the tactic that Meghan Markle uses. She uses a tactic where she will go after clothes that have low stock. So that way when people go and try to look up whatever clothes she was wearing, it's out of stock. So it's because Meghan Markle is so influential, everyone goes and buys it. No, it's because it had low stock. That's why. There was only like 2 of them left. That's why. So now what you're about to see them make sandwiches for children. Pay attention to this. These sandwiches are for kids. So this is so weird. Peanut butter and jelly, but she doesn't actually do that. And then she says cream cheese and sliced cucumbers for kids. Okay. My son would love this for sure. And we can do herb and chive cream cheese for children. That's what this is for. Okay. And then so Mindy Kaling tries to make a little joke, to make some banter. Oh, well, the thing about putting sandwiches on a tier is it makes them so much tastier. And then Meghan with her stupid mom joke. Oh, that's basically because it's elevated. And the crowd goes mild again. Like, this woman is just horrible. She sucks so bad. And then she said, did you use this with your mom growing up? And then she's asking, because let's face it, Meghan Markle's mother wasn't there. And is this something you picked up on later? And there you see they're using like the things. And I think they're actually doing it wrong. You're supposed to make the sandwiches and then cut them into shapes. You're not supposed to cut them piece by piece. So I don't even think she was doing that correctly. And she says, I was a latchkey kid, yada, yada, yada. Her dad fed her all the time. We know the mom wasn't actually there because her mother was in prison. So then they're making these sandwiches, and then she starts talking about how she loves Jack in the Box and Taco Bell, yada, 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 nothing. I think this is when I fell asleep, and I literally had to wake up and then start all over again. And our little family name. And this is when she says Sussex. Where's the Meghan Markle part? Yeah, okay. This is the part where she says Sussex. It's funny you keep on saying Meghan Markle. I'm Sussex now. Even though she's only been there 7 hours, I think. She's only been there one time to Sussex. Actual one time. So then they keep on going and they're just having the typical shallow conversation. And then she's talking about the supposedly homemade raspberry preserves. And she says it technically can't be called jam because the jam has to be equal parts sugar and fruit. Just absolutely boring, dull conversation. Nothing. And these are the sandwiches. And I want you to look at those sandwiches. Is that something that a child would eat? Megan? Is that something that a child wants? No, it's not. It's ridiculous. So then she starts making gift bags for children. Again, this is for children. She's making gift bags. Guest experience starts young. Oh, kids get excited. It gives them something to do. And what does she do? She gives them hold on, let's get to this. She gives them, since there's a garden theme, she gives them tiny gardening tools. Okay, just give the parent another chore because the parents have to go outside with them and make them dig in the dirt. And then they're going to be dirty. And then their clothes are going to get dirty. And then they're going to have to wash their clothes. And then they're going to have to wash their children. And then there's, of course, the shitty handwriting. So essentially what Meghan is doing with this right now, and then she's giving them seeds to put in the ground. So what Meghan is doing with this right now, she's giving these parents more jobs to do with their kids. But she had said at the beginning, she said, instead of doing a gift bag full of candy and sugar, we're going to do this. And she gives them gardening tools. But then she says, what are we missing? Something sweet. So then she ends up putting sweets in it anyway. Like, this is real. And then finally, not finally, but then she goes on with this. This is the ladybug thing. The problem is she didn't even do the ladybug thing right. You can see that right there. That's the correct way to do the ladybugs. This is from Martha Stewart. Okay. Meghan Markle didn't even do it correctly. See, and look, you see all that food right there that you're looking at? That's for children. Children are supposed to eat all that. That's what it is. So then she makes this ridiculous fruit board, which makes absolutely no sense, because the problem with the fruit board, this is supposed to be for outdoors. And you're making a fruit board with all of this perishable fruit that you're supposed to have outdoors. And then she does a little plate for the child. We've seen that already. But if you're supposed to have this outdoors, what about the flies? What about the fact that that fruit's going to go bad in like an hour? And then there they are, drinking again. There they are, pouring another one. And at the end, they had a whole other bottle at the end. So these women were drinking. And then she adds bananas to that thing. Even worse, bananas go bad faster than everything else does. So there it is right there. See, and then here's the thing, and this is literally from the Marchioness of Bath. She copied that from the Marchioness of Bath. And then, of course, another bottle. That's probably the third bottle of champagne. And then, so... I want to say, I think that what this episode really showed me is this woman has a lot of time on her hands and she drinks all day.